Alright, good morning. Today is Monday, 24th of May. Yeah. March, April, May, June. Yeah, May. I'm just now getting ready to leave the hotel. We're about 10 minutes away from where we need to go to get loaded with our two rooftop cooling towers of some sort. It's over here in Milford, Georgia, Delaware. I was saying Medford last time I had a video going. It is not Medford, it is Milford. So we're going to head over that way. It's just on the other side of town. We got a 10 o'clock appointment to get loaded by crane. It's currently 8:50 at the moment. And like I said, it's a 10-minute drive, so it shouldn't take long to get out there. And hopefully loading will be pretty simple, super lightweight. It's going to leave me with about 8 feet to spare on the back of the truck, so if I can, I'm going to keep an eye out on the board for some really lame-ass partial that goes somewhere. If I can't find one, that's okay. We're still making decent money on this trip. It'll be about a 2-day journey. Probably get there. It's going up to Little Chute, Wisconsin. We'll probably get there, I would guess, late Tuesday evening, and probably unload Wednesday morning. I got a call with them to set up an unload time for a crane out there as well, so we'll deal with that as we get closer to it. But for now, let's get a move on. I got my older GoPro on a very janky mount up there, so it's probably going to shake around if I'm ever driving with that recording, but we'll give it a shot and see what it looks like. I'll have to get a more permanent solution later, and that's for later. So for now, let's be on the road, and I'll talk to you later. Alright guys, so we got loaded a little bit ago. Took way longer than it should have. They told me that I had to be there at 10 for a loading appointment. I get there at 9:30, and they told me that they don't have the paperwork ready, so hold on. I held on, and held on, and held on. Finally, I called them around lunchtime, and they said, oh yeah, they got your paperwork. They'll load you when they get back from lunch. So they finally get back, and about another half hour goes by, and they're just cruising around in the lot. I'm still waiting. And they finally come out with a big giant thing of scaffolding, which I'll show you here later. Yeah, I stopped the guy. I was like, they told me it was going to be, you know, a cooling unit, big square box. And he said, well, they told you wrong. You're getting this stuff. I was like, okay, well, whatever. It's the right dimensions. It's light. So he loads it on there. I was like, that's it, right? He's like, no, there's one more. I was like, oh boy, because at this point I only have about 9 feet of space left on the truck, maybe a little less. And he said, go ahead and start strapping down and whatnot. We're going to try to find that other piece. So I start strapping down, and this stuff, like I said, when you see it, it's a bunch of sharp edges, so you had to get a little creative with how you ran the straps. It's only 4,000 pounds, but I had to use, I think, 5 straps just to be safe, because you also can't crank down on it all that hard. But I get to work on that, and the guy comes back and they said that they can't find the other piece, so they're assuming that it might have just been compacted into what I have. They went to check, and sure enough, that's what it was. It was just all compacted into one. So that's what we got. Currently heading through the country roads through Delaware. Gonna head into Baltimore, get through Baltimore. My guess is we'll probably be spending the night on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. I'm gonna see how I'm doing on fuel. I'd like to get some fuel before I get onto the Turnpike, since it is stupid expensive. I'm at half a tank right now. In theory, they make me into Ohio, and fuel on the Ohio Turnpike isn't nearly as bad. But we'll see what happens. I'll see what fuel prices are like, and how we're doing once we get out that way. But my guess is it's 110 right now. I don't like driving that late, mostly just to find parking spaces. It's easy to find parking in this truck, but it makes more sense to still not have to fight. So we'll probably be somewhere on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, sleeping in one of them oases or whatever they call those things. Oasis. I think that's a Chicago thing. Whatever. We'll probably be sleeping there and make basically the rest of the drive out in on Tuesday, tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. If I can make it into Ohio, great. If not, oh well. Regardless, we're sleeping on a turnpike. So other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. Stuff here. Show you. Unplug that. So right now you see nothing wrong. My brake is set though, and that light isn't coming on. And that light never has. It did once before, and I found that if you pushed onto the dash, it would come on. So it told me it was a loose connection. But that has since failed, and what's going on is I think that plug for that light is shorting out because see how everything sort of slowly lit up and then dimmed out, and that was when I pushed in my parking brake and it triggers my ABS light. It also triggers my DPF light for a second. Park it, goes away. And normally in the past, if I get the ABS light, I would just shut off the truck, restart it, and it'd be good. But my guess is that cord back there is shorting out, and it's causing this this panel to mess up. So what I'll have to do is undo these screws up there and check it out. I obviously need to get it fixed because having things shorting out back there, that's not very good. But I think what we're gonna do next is, well, I should probably show you my load. show you what I got. So this is it. I had to stop when I went and got fuel. I had to stop and fix a few things. I had to add these straps. And I'll show you what I did. This is just scaffolding. They did not give us what we thought, or what I thought we were gonna get. This is just the scaffolding for those cooling towers. But so those gray straps, see how that piece right there? When I went to get fuel, the hag all shifted to the side. It's because it's all steel banded, but not very well. Because there's nothing to pull it back that way, all my straps were just pulling it back this way. So I had to get that fixed. This tote's bolted in there, but got some straps around here. It's just everything's supposedly bolted to this pallet, but it's still all very loose. This is the ladder to climb up, and then that's the scaffold. I got fixed that board one day. Forgot to put screws in it when I was replacing the deck, and obviously it's warped. But this is what we got. Yeah, some of these are loosening up. The problem is you can't crank down on these because of these edges. You just bend them. But at the same time, you can't leave it loose or else everything just rattles and comes apart. These are those steel bands, but they don't do anything now. That one's not too bad. That one I think is how I left it. Those are good. And then this one's as is. So it's only about 2,000 pounds. So yeah, that stuff is only about 2,000 pounds. Rides nice and easy. Actually a little bumpy in a way because it's so light. So even though this truck is air ride, it obviously when you don't have weight, it's still gonna bounce around some. So ride quality isn't the best, but it's still good. And that's pretty much that. Let's go to post. So yeah, we'll stay here for tonight. We'll leave out of here in the morning. Not super early, but a reasonable hour. We got Bolt Drive ahead of us. Hopefully get up past Chicago for tomorrow and camp out somewhere between Chicago and where we're going, which is Little Chute, Wisconsin. So I got, let's see, I think it's somewhere around 10.5 hours to get to Little Chute. Yep, 10 hours, 42 minutes, 690 miles. So obviously we get 11 hours to drive, but I'll get out there just past Chicago somewhere, probably somewhere around the, oh, what is that right there, halfway up the state? Milwaukee, that's right. Get up somewhere around Milwaukee and camp out, deliver first thing in the morning. I'm gonna sit here and see if I can find myself a reload, if I can get a hold of anyone. It's 6:45 right now, so I'm assuming most people are out, but see if I can get something else, and if not, deal with that tomorrow, probably on my 30-minute. For now, I'm just going to end this video here, and I'll probably make another one tomorrow, just more so explaining my setup. This is just going to be the first casual, chill vlog. I'll do some time lapse or some music or whatever of some sort. I don't know. probably make a shorter video tomorrow on that 30, sort of explaining what I do in a little more detail, because that first video I put up, I didn't even mention who I am. My name is Andy, by the way. This truck is my truck, it's my company, and I've been doing this for about, just about say 8 years, but 8 months. I've been driving truck for about 6 or 7 years now, so I'm no stranger to it. In the video tomorrow, I'll explain why I did this type of truck and why I'm doing the business this way. So hopefully that will make a little bit more sense. The first video was kind of just an introduction, sort of show. It was also plus give me a chance to figure out how this whole vlog stuff works. It's still really weird, but I'm gonna try to get used to it. Like, the part that gets me is walking around with a camera and talking to yourself in the public, so I'll get used to it, maybe not, but for now, I'm gonna end it right here. For a few people that watch, because I know it's only gonna be a small number, I appreciate it. Keep an eye out on the channel. I'm hope to keep posting as much as I can. So that's it. Have a good one.